Welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I am Dustin.
Zombie.
Humara.
That's right. And we're going to be talking about these movies coming up. I didn't have that on earlier. My apologies. But Shining and Oculus. So that'll be interesting. We're going to see how they stack up against, the old Baja Blast unofficial rating scale, in our opinion. And Mountain Dew can quote us on that. Here we are promoting Mountain Dew. We're not getting paid, and we're just talking about their awesome drink. That's all. Drinks, because it's not official, but Spark is my favorite, and it's apparently going away after this year. Mm-hmm. So I'm upset about that. Mountain Dew, keep Spark, please. I know you're not watching this, but I'm sure.
Well, since we're on the topic of Mountain Dew, they did announce what the voodoo flavor was yesterday, because yesterday was Halloween. Pink fruit chews.
Pink fruit chews.
Yeah, it didn't like name a flavor. It just said pink fruit chew. So
okay. Well, yesterday was also Derry's birthday and Zombie's unofficial birthday. He claims Halloween. Zombie claims Halloween because that matches his soul. So, it is what it is. But it is actually Derry's birthday. So we wished him happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hopefully he had a good day and a good week. And we got Mom checking in, saying hello, kiddos. Looking forward to some fun tonight. That is right, and I'm sure she didn't watch either of those movies. She might have watched The Exorcist. No.
The Shining.
The Shining. Yeah, she might have watched The Shining a long time ago.
Did I watch the wrong movie?
I cannot remember the name of the movie for the life of me. It's one I've always wanted to watch, but I just never got around to it. And I even had it. We even rented it. I think from Blockbuster, but I didn't end up borrowing to keep type backing up, so to speak, of The Shining. At least I don't think I did. But regardless of my past transgressions, I do not recall if I did. But I had it. And I was like, hey, you want to watch this movie? And everyone was just like, yeah, no, I've seen it. Let's watch this other movie that we haven't seen. And it was like, I don't know, I think that was the time we watched that really, really, really dumb movie called Rubber, the bouncing tire thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say that's what we ended up watching. And that was
Raph's idea.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. See, Pumara has coffee, yeah? Oh, tea?
Hot chocolate.
Where's mine?
You got Spark. Could you imagine how nasty that would be?
I was drinking coffee and Spark at the same time last night.
So last night, free candy night here in the Americas. And speaking of hot cocoa, I have a coworker that said, let me tell you what, the best hot chocolate that he's ever made, and I'm going to share it with you here, is he was on vacation with his daughter somewhere, and they wanted hot cocoa. They were renting a place, didn't have any, but it was either Milky Way candy bars or Three Musketeers. So they melted the candy bar into the milk on the stove, and he said that was the best hot chocolate they had ever had.
I would go.
Yeah, I imagine that would be pretty tasty.
So, if you got some leftover candy from last night, maybe
we didn't get candy.
Well, the audience. Speaking.
Well, yeah, that's true. I suppose there's someone watching.
I was gonna ask how did Halloween go for y'all last night? Because we went out, like
Yeah,
but it stormed here. Like it was raining. Like there was a front coming through or stalled or something. I don't. Let me put this down. Something happened. Like it rained and then it would stop, and then it rained and then it would stop, and like heavy downpour rain. And then somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, when I said it was going to stop, it stopped. Like it did. Like it drizzled a little bit. But hey, I never know what I'm talking about. But nobody ever listens to me. So
better
we
weather
went
forecaster.
We hey, when you live where I live, you get kind of good at it. No, but yeah, we took the kids out. They had a good time trick or treating to some old stomping grounds of ours and everything, and it was quite the night, because while it wasn't raining, it just misted a couple of times. There was lightning in the sky almost the entire time, so
Lucky.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like I'd see the lightning and it'd get everybody's not paying attention to whatever, and all of a sudden brrr, you'd hear the thunder. It's like, yes.
That was cool. That was the best Halloween ever.
But yeah,
That would be
they had a
awesome.
good time. The theme was pirates. They were pirates. So
okay. Yeah. I didn't we didn't have anything. I mean, I know Riley was going to be Megan, and Wednesday, or Cadence was going to be Wednesday, but we ended up not doing the trunk or treating thing we normally do. And like, was it last night or the night before? What?
Oh, I was just going to say the trunk or treating was cut down to a fourth of what it was. It's not worth standing in line for anymore.
Oh, definitely not. Like the first year I recall going, like it was an insane amount of candy that the girls got, like way more than they even needed. We had candy left over for several months. The next year we went, that I recall, it was like cut down to a fourth of what it used to be, and it was no longer worth standing in line for 4 or 5 hours, however long it was, to get through the line. It was like, yeah, okay, this what was worth this? Like, no, it wasn't worth it.
Nope.
And plus getting sick and all that other stuff, it just wasn't worth it. But so the girls got their candy from Nana, but yeah, we didn't get to go trick or treating. I guess we'll have to call it the pumpkins we got earlier in the week, or earlier last couple weeks. That was our trick or treat, so to speak.
Yeah, we weren't sure, about the weather or whatever. We were
Right.
like, I don't know. Are we going to get to go out? Are we not going to get to go out? And like 30 minutes in, they were all, oh, it's hot, it's humid. I'm like, no, we're making this block. We're too far in now. We got to keep going. We go forward, not backwards.
Right.
So, grown ass people are complaining about, oh, it's so hot. Oh, my feet are killing me. I'm like, what did you do all day? Well, we didn't really do anything. I'm like, shut up. I'm on my feet all the time.
Well, that's when you tell them, maybe if you were on your feet more often, it wouldn't hurt as bad.
Right.
But
yeah, no, it's So if I blink out, bear with me. We're having some type of internet issues.
yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on. There was like an hour and a half ago, it just dropped. So I'm going, no, come back. So if I blink out, I apologize. I'll do my best to get back as soon as possible. Because I think that happened like 2 weeks ago on the other show, the Monday show.
Yeah.
Something happened and I thought everybody else froze. I'm like, nope, it's me.
Right.
I'm out. But anyway, So, what you watching? What's
What am I
new?
watching? I'm currently watching Blacklist
Oh,
still.
sorry.
There's 10 seasons, as I think I mentioned before. So I'm on like season 7 now, I think. So still plugging away at that. And we're also watching High Potential and Only Murders in the Building and Community, or not Community,
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Tracking.
And some upcoming shows that I'm excited about are, of course, Yellowstone. Yellowstone's making a comeback soon, and I think the 12th maybe, so like next week, something like that. And Lioness. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but there's a show called Lioness that has
Zoe
Zoe
Saldana or whatever.
Zoe Saldana in it, and it also has Morgan Freeman and what's her face?
Nicole Kidman.
Yes, Nicole Kidman. So the three of those folks are in it, and it's just a really interesting show. Very puts you on the edge of your seat, so to speak. I remember she was on the edge of her seat, like, okay, next episode. She's only been like that for a couple. Kumair's only been like that with a couple shows, which is one was Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
And another one was Lioness, and I think maybe Hannah or The Patriot, one of my favorites.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. So she seems to be into the spy thriller thing, but she likes scary movies. Go figure. The longer spy thrillers she doesn't seem to like as much.
We did, however, stay up to watch. We stayed up until like 4 a.m. watching. What are those movies? White House Down.
Oh yeah.
I did manage to stay awake for all 3 of those movies.
Was it
White House Down?
Angel Has Fallen?
Yes.
That series with Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
I thought there was another one though that the Air Force One, the one with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
You seem to be into that one too, but I digress. What about you? Anything other than the movies? Are you watching anything other than the movies?
So, no, I noticed that the older Conan movies were on Tubi, and they were going away in like a couple of days. So I had them on while I was working on stuff, and I tried to look up the Red Sonja movie, and I'm like, it doesn't seem to be anywhere. But I found it on YouTube, so
yeah.
So that was interesting. I hadn't seen that one, the last one, the Red Sonja. I hadn't seen that in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen it, so.
There were things that I remembered from it, and then other things that caught me off, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it, but he doesn't play Conan. He plays Calidor. So I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe there was some licensing rights or something that
interesting.
They couldn't. But he was basically Conan, just by another name.
yeah, for sure.
But no, not much after that. Just kind of screening ahead for possible future movies. I'm still going through horror movies on Tubi. Good God, there was one that I came across today. I should have known from the preview it was going to be terrible.
Don't watch the preview, just watch it.
Well, I mean, I don't try to watch the preview, but when it tries to auto start on you, you're reading the description and then it starts playing. You're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. God That was a terrible line.
And well, I just do want to apologize to anyone who may have tried to watch these movies. Oculus wasn't on Tubi. It fell off on the 31st. So it fell off on Halloween. So November 1st, you couldn't watch it anymore. So if you went to go watch it today, you were out of luck. But it was on Plex, and that's how I ended up watching it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it on Tubi even like after we ended the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it wasn't searchable or anything. I couldn't get it to pull up.
Oh, that's weird.
So I don't know if you want to get into Oculus. Since
Yeah.
I did not have a good viewing experience on this. So since I couldn't find it on Tubi, I opted to watch it on Pluto, which I will never do again.
Okay. So it was on Pluto for you. Okay.
Yeah, it was on Pluto, and I was gonna look for it on Plex, but I couldn't find Plex on the TV downstairs, which is the much better TV or whatever. And my poor TV, it's maxed out for memory and stuff, so I couldn't. But yeah, I saw that it was on Pluto for on demand, and it would play for a few minutes, and then it went into play 3 seconds, pause 1 second, play 3 seconds.
Oh no!
So I just became infuriated watching this movie, which I probably like. I don't know. I didn't enjoy this movie. I found it very predictable, especially the scenes where they showed them standing in front of the mirror. I'm like, okay, I see where this is going.
Fair enough. I know. For us, when we watched it on, what was it, Plex? Yeah, we watched it on demand on Plex, and it would play for, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then it would play like 15 million ads. In reality, like 6, but
140 seconds worth.
Yeah, and it was just back-to-back ads, and of course it's all campaign
Political
ads because it's so it's just like mute.
Yeah.
I was glad that I had a mute option for that because I just kept muting every time that they came up. But yeah,
we have become so spoiled, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's so funny because all these streaming platforms, like you now, some of them, like the free ones, you can't help. It's the Tubi, Pluto, Plex, Freevee, all of that stuff. The free ones, you're gonna see the ads, but then there are some that are pay.
Right.
I'm sorry, there was a big crash right outside, and I don't know if the mic picked that up.
I think yeah, I heard it.
It sounded like a car flipped.
Oh, jeez.
I hope
you might want to go look at it.
I hope everyone's okay. I'll go if I hear sirens or if I hear people shouting.
Well, then you're going
to... I'm not. Anyway, but then there's some that's even some of the pay ones you end up with ads.
Yeah.
Still,
it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Like you're watching something and then it takes you out of it to play an ad, and it's like, why?
Sometimes it's not even like a good break moment. Like it'll just stop.
No.
Yeah. Like poop. All right, it's commercial time.
Right, exactly. And it's like literally like for especially this one, Oculus, it was like on the moment where you're like kind of leaning in to see, okay, what's going on? And then boom, commercial. And of course, it's 15 decibels louder than the movie. And you
like, and that's the thing. That's the thing with Pluto too, when it did that. Like the movie would play 3 seconds, pause a second, play 3 seconds, pause a second. Ads, no interruption at all.
Whatever.
That made it even worse. I'm like, no! I I stopped it 3 times. I'm like, I gotta walk away from this. I'm too mad. I can't. I just can't do it. But I made it through it. And man, the payoff was not. It just wasn't there for me to get through it.
Fair enough. This
I'll agree.
this was actually one of our favorite writer directors movie. It was his. He directed it. Why did the name just flood my head? Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
And he's done amazing work. He did the Haunting of Bly Manor. He did all the shows on Netflix, like Midnight Mass. The one show that you were talking about.
Midnight Club.
Yeah, the Midnight Club, Midnight Mass. He done the Haunting of Bly Manor. He done the Haunting of
That other house.
the other house.
Theme here.
Yeah. So he's done all of the like scary quote unquote movies on Netflix. And so I was interested to see where this one went. And overall, especially like I enjoyed it. And I should have done this ahead of time, but I did enjoy it. I don't know if it was a little predictable, but I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So
there's definitely something going on outside.
You might want to go look.
Go look. We'll talk amongst ourselves.
No.
Do it. Do it. We want to know.
I don't want to know.
I do.
That's how people die in horror movies. I don't want to know.
Just look out the window.
I can't get to the window.
Go upstairs.
My window's
you don't
barricaded
have
by
the basement.
my window's barricaded by boxes. Okay,
Okay,
that's
so
how
go
much
to
of
the
I
living
don't want to know is in this room.
Well, my mom says go see and come back and tell us.
That's
how people die in horror movies.
Yeah,
for all the people that go out of their way to show concern and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Nope, dead immediately.
I still don't hear sirens, so
but there's
no emergency. It's like there's loud metal crunching. I don't know what. Now I hear air brakes on something. Okay.
Go.
All right, I'll go.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Zombie shall be back with news of a horrific crash or a very anticlimactic moment. What was that?
A semi-truck crash.
Yeah, well, he did hear air brakes, but let's see what else has air brakes.
Planes.
What?
Planes have air brakes. They're in
Okay.
the air.
I'm not sure that's applicable, but we'll roll with it. Yeah, hopefully it's nothing serious because I personally don't want to see Zombie get crunched by some mechanical crunching monster.
Transformer.
Metal
it's
crushing.
Prime. Oh man.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure he would, but at the same time, by not going outside and engaging, he could be saving his family.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you hear someone knock at the door and you're not expecting anyone. It's like, oh, is it a Jehovah's Witness or whatever the case may be? It's like, no one say anything. Don't talk. You know what to do. Shh.
What was it?
Okay. Are you prepared for this?
Yeah.
There's 2 guys pulling a trailer with their truck, and a barbecue grill fell off the trailer.
I thought I heard it was metal.
Right in front of my driveway.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Well,
you offer your help.
No one's hurt, so okay. I asked them if they're all right. They're like, "Yeah, we good."
That was loud.
It was, yes.
Goodness. I heard it all the way in Ohio.
Some grill.
Yeah. Well, at least your family's not in danger, as we were speculating and all that. So you missed all the drama, Jessica. How's it going? But we were just talking about Oculus and how
might be
it
in
was
danger of some delicious barbecue.
Yeah.
Dude, I could go for some barbecue. I don't know. I could definitely go for something else now. But
We could barbecue for Thanksgiving. Maybe a
There you
barbecue
go.
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Smoked turkey.
that sounds really good. Oh man, all right, that's a whole nother topic. But so Oculus, we all had difficulties viewing this movie, but however, I was just saying how it is. Hang on. So, okay, I'm exhausted. Celebrating my son's 18th birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy 18th.
Yeah.
Now go to work. Get a job.
Get a job. But
time to be an
what
adult.
can you do when you turn 18? Oh, I think it's buy cigarettes, yeah?
Play the lottery.
No clue.
Play
Cigarettes is 21.
Really? Okay.
At least in Ohio it is.
Huh.
You have to be 21.
He graduates this
tell-
year.
I can tell you
Wow.
what I did when I was 18 and graduated.
It wasn't
no-
cigarettes.
There's a little place down here in New Orleans called Bourbon Street, and that's exactly where I went. Did all the things I wasn't supposed to do.
Hey. Secrets
There
out.
you go. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason I thought we could smoke in Ohio because you turned 18. Now you're legally allowed to smoke, but at least at the time when I was 18.
Right.
So it was a big deal. Like, hey, are you gonna go smoke? And it's just like, why? I mean, I hung out with people who smoke packs and packs a day. So if I really wanted to smoke, I would just stand next to them and inhale. You know what I mean? So I didn't see a reason to waste my money. I'd rather spend my money on magic cards than packs of cigarettes. Yeah. So that's what I did. But I digress. So it was 18 was cigarettes, and then 21 so then 21 it was alcohol, or one of them was a porn mag. You know, that was the big stepping stone. Like, oh, hey, you're legal now. I don't know. There was people like that took had a checklist. Like, okay, oh, this is cool. We can do this now. Oh, that's cool. We can do this now. Anyway, I digress.
Again,
as I have for the millionth time.
Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, mortuary school. Yeah.
That's
cool.
Crazy.
There's always going to be dead people. So
yeah.
Job security.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Because people still die, even if they do get incinerated. So
yeah.
That's part of it. No, I remember. The whole coming of age 18 21 thing. It was always these radio ads I was always hearing because I used to listen to radio all the time. 18 to party, 21 to drink. It's like, yeah, okay. But there was a couple of times where I'd went to those places, and it was because I had friends that had like bands, so they had gigs there.
Yeah,
and I remember this one specifically. My friend had invited me there, and I'm like, okay, sure. I coincidentally looked like their singer, dressed like their singer, and the bar owners thought I was the singer there. So not only did I not get charged to get in, they didn't put the markings on me or nothing, and I was totally underage. So I spent all night like this, standing there in the crowd, listening to the music and everything, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna throw me out.
They let you in. That's their mistake.
Yeah, I got there like super early too, so it's probably why he was like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy. He's with the band. He's dressed red and black. He's got long black hair. Yeah." Like, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
Funny.
Yeah, it was funny, and I told my friend that after the fact. I think he got pissed because he had to pay
for all of this stuff.
Like they were supposed to get a cut of the admission through the door or whatever. Yeah, well, it was like $5 or whatever, Like, dude, you want $5? I'll give you the $5. But I was sweating the whole night going, oh, God, they're going to throw me out any minute.
They're going to look up on stage and they'll look back at me and be like, you don't belong. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was funny. It was.
So,
the Oculus.
Talking about her son in the mortuary school, he said the dead don't talk. Well, just wait.
Yeah.
He's never heard of a death rattle before.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they can still make noises.
They can sit up too.
They can sit up. They could actually grab. Like just me laying there and you're standing there and all of a sudden,
yeah.
Other things become rigid too that some people take advantage of.
Ew.
I wouldn't know nothing about that now.
Me
either. Yeah, no, I know people. I know people in the mortuary business. And everything.
Yeah.
They're a special breed of people. God bless them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
fun. I'd like to go just for one day.
Oh, I've spent the night in down in New Orleans in one of the old funeral homes down there. It was 1 year for Mardi Gras, and we went down there, and it was just the whole time was miserable. Like I hadn't eaten the whole day, and I was just like, I don't care where we are, I'm sleeping. I'm finding somewhere, and I'm sleeping.
That's funny.
So, and it was a creepy place too, and I'm like, I don't care. Just leave me alone. I'm sleeping.
People are like, oh man, he's not kidding. No, you just sleep it off, man.
Yeah, no, it was
ghosts come up to you and be like, oh shit, I don't want to mess with Eric.
if there were any there, I was too exhausted and tired to even pay attention to what was going around me. But it was definitely a place like you see on like those ghost hunter type shows. That's these old like abandoned things. Yeah. I mean, so this place wasn't totally abandoned, but it was not an operating funeral home anymore. Like it was still owned by the funeral business, but it was. I mean, they were using it for like storage, old furniture and stuff like that. And there was actually a few years ago, a local artist had actually bought the property and, renovated it and turned it into his home down there in New Orleans now. And I forget which artist that is, but I'm sure he's somebody nobody's heard of, but it was an interesting stay. I would have loved to go around exploring if I wasn't so damn hungry and tired. But I didn't get the chance. But no, there's been plenty of times I've been in funeral homes. Like a lot of people don't know this, but in some funeral homes there are apartments that the caretakers stay in. Sometimes they're above, or if there's like a basement level, it's down there. But there's usually some type of living quarters in places like that. And I've stayed in those before with families and everything. Not, families of the deceased or whatever. But there was one time I remember the cleaning crew was freaked out because there was still a body in the parlor and the casket was open. And they would not go in there. Like, they were like, no, casket's open. I can see this person, and I'm not going in there. Can you please do something. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I went in there and said, I'm sorry. And I closed it and just walked out, closed the casket, you know, walked out. And I said, all right, is that better? And like, yeah, okay, now it's not a big deal. I'm like, they're still there though. What's the difference?
It makes no difference. But anyway.
Death don't bother me.
Yeah, it is what it is. Circle of life, blah blah, all that.
Been around it my whole life, so it's the high cost of living, and yeah, we've all got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Oculus.
Yeah.
So, as you were saying, it was done by one of your favorite directors.
Yeah, director, writer,
right?
creator. Yeah.
So I'll agree. Like, you know, it wasn't all bad, as predictable as I found it. You know, the casting was pretty good. Their acting was pretty good. You know, it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was listening to somebody read their script different ways. Like, how do I moat this line, sort of thing. You know, it was. You know, the dialogue was pretty spot on in the situations that they were in.
Yep.
I just the whole thing where you think you're doing something, but you're doing something else.
I loved it.
I've seen people go through that.
Yeah.
Personally, I've seen people go through that.
So
that was a very real thing when they started introducing that into it. It's like, oh, okay, that's a little creepy for me.
Yeah. For sure. I mean,
especially when the fiance wasn't supposed to be there. You're supposed to call every hour, not come.
Yeah, not just randomly show up.
Right, but he wasn't aware of her experiment that she was doing. She told him to call because she was with her brother that just got out of a psychiatric ward, and to call me every hour on the hour for safety.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I imagine through all of this, at some point he missed his mark to call, or he called and she didn't answer because she didn't hear the phone ringing when it was ringing. So he showed up like, hey, you didn't pick up. What's going on? Now I'm getting worried.
Yeah.
So it could have been a situation where he called. It came. Yeah, so, I mean, it could have been a situation where he called, but the mirror affected her to where she didn't hear the phone ring.
Yeah. Or the phone never rang because of the mirror.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and we all know that it affected the phone because it could manipulate a voice telling them, you know, oh, your father has to call back tomorrow.
Yeah. I thought the whole thing was pretty wild. But anyway,
I want to find the mirror.
What was that?
I want to find the mirror.
No.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
No.
No.
Do you want to buy it into an apple and have it actually be a light bulb glass and
scatter
your teeth? It wasn't a light bulb. It was
that hurt.
No, she did bite into an apple. She did bite into an apple, but then she later bit into the light bulb.
Yeah, but then she realized when she came to that it wasn't the light bulb.
Correct.
It was the light bulb.
No.
And not to mention the mom was also chewing on the light bulbs and glass and other stuff like that.
No, in her head she thought she had bit into the light bulb, but when her brother snapped her out of it and she looked, it was the apple.
Yeah, yeah. Right. That time it was, yeah.
We're talking about the same time.
Same thing.
She had the apple, she bit the apple, put the apple down, she changed the light bulb, and the mirror made her think she took the light bulb and bit into it. But it was still the apple. It was all in her head. She never bit into the light bulb. Not actually.
But because
when she looked back on the counter, the light bulb was there, whole. When her brother snapped her out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
No, I'm talking about the mom.
The mom,
like all her teeth were gone and she was eating the plate. And
Yeah, exactly.
Ew. Pica at its finest.
Anyway, it was a wild movie. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so once again, I thought Mike Flanagan did a great job. I was a little worried that some of y'all who actually wanted to watch these with us would misinterpret the date of the movie because it came out in 2013. There was one that came out a few years earlier that's called Oculus, but it's called Oculus and then it has a 3. And I looked to see if there's an Oculus 2, but it was actually just completely unrelated. But it was another Mike Flanagan movie. So I think it was just another idea. It was just an idea that he ended up reusing and just calling the movie Oculus.
Oh.
And packaging it in a different movie.
Cool.
So I was a little concerned about that, but of course I didn't think of that until, today when I was seeing that there was 2 of them. So I'm like, oh, wow. Hopefully everyone got the movie, but who knows if anyone actually watches these things with us or if they just watch them after we do or if they watch them at all. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all right, thoughts. Zombie,
I'm gonna
you're
give
up.
it a 4.
oh,
You're giving it a 4, all right?
you're giving it a 4. I'm gonna be a downer here. I gotta say it too. It was good, but I mean, it didn't do it for me.
Soulless. Ouch.
I don't know.
Well, all the mirror got the souls, so.
Yeah, for sure. Well, one other thing I want to talk about real quick. How absolutely dead crap is it how can you imagine the trauma of that dude first killing his father because of the mirror and then second killing his sister because of the mirror and then leaving the house and you look up and you see your mom, dad, mother all and sister all lined up in the window. It's just like, can you imagine how much therapy he's
he's definitely going back to the loony bin. They're probably putting him in the padded room with a straitjacket,
or just straight up killing him. Who knows? But I imagine he would get off in an insanity plea, but not like get off. He would be in a padded room, like you said. So
yeah, that would suck.
Twice from the same house,
and they didn't actually end up killing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. There was no gotcha. It's like, no, it got you. It's been around for a long time. I didn't really suspect that they were going to be able to be successful in destroying it. Like the only way that they cracked it was complete fluke accident when he shot his dad and his dad flew back. You know, that was the only time that mirror had ever been damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me feels like it didn't end up getting resolved because it was still essentially standing and didn't get shattered. But at the same time, so was it the girl, the sister who was fading away in like the reflection of her mirror and the reflection in the mirror, or was it the demon type entity that was in the mirror that faded away? That's what I was trying to figure out at the end. Like she's up there like choking and gagging, like she's like and blood spurting, and then you see her image get still, and then there's a reflection, but then and she gets those with the glassy eyes, it fades away
Huh.
as she gives up her life. She exhales and gives up her life finally. But so in that respect, did it actually kill the mirror entity, or was it just the final soul, her, the girl, getting absorbed into the mirror? Because
Yeah.
you saw her have those silvery eyes at the very end. You know, so
Yeah, I don't think they.
The soul aider or the mirror aiders.
Yeah, because you see her joining her father and her mother by the
Right.
end. You know, so it's still out
Like
there.
a Titanic moment.
yeah. I was really hoping they would actually manage to do it, but the only way I can think of that is if somehow they proved without a shadow of a doubt that this mirror was some sort of entity, and it gets locked away, just like Jumanji. It gets put away, and then that way you can always have it come back and haunt some new family, but in generations later. But I don't.
There was too much setup about, well, I gotta set these cameras up and record the proof and all of that shit. I'd have been just like, leave the damn thing covered, hang it on the wall, set the anchor, just fucking leave the house. Just leave.
Yeah. Right.
Just leave. Come back 2 days later. It'll be broken in pieces on the ground because they won't be a motherfucker around that can influence,
Right.
Just leave it covered, okay? So that it can't see what's happening.
Right.
Set the anchor on the timer and leave.
Right.
That's true.
I mean,
but then again,
dude.
But with the mirror's influence, and you could see how far it would influence and eventually influence the entire house, it'll eventually extend beyond the house
to a neighbor.
And then neighbor comes by, walks in and sees it and runs in to help because they see someone like getting murdered and run in to help, or someone in distress and run in to help, and then the mirror gets uncovered and the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
or
set the timer.
it shatters
Set the timer for less than the time that whatever it was that they set it for. Just a few minutes. Just leave.
Yeah. or what happens if it actually shatters and then every piece of glass that is also still haunted, like haunted.
Oh.
What's it gonna haunt? The landfill?
Yeah, but whoever picks it up, they look into it, and then all of a sudden that entity grabs onto them, and then they're like, oh, or
that's a good movie.
Yeah, I think that would be insane. Like, here's all this insane murders, what's up with this, and investigating type thing. I think it would be an interesting movie, but
well, there you go. There's your possible sequel.
Yeah. Oh, if only. But okay,
there's a better solution. Just poorly wrap it and have a moving company move it. They'll break it.
Right.
It already.
I'm just
repaired.
Thinking out of the box. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, definitely. I'm also trying to think of solutions to solve that problem. It's like, how would you kill something that isn't really alive?
Okay. So how about okay, it's being auctioned off.
Mm-hmm.
Just ignore it. Leave it the fuck alone. You got away when you were a kid. Stop poking the damn beehive. Let the motherfucker get bought and it's gone.
It's someone else's problem.
Not my problem anymore.
Predict the future and be like, yeah, how did I know that?
Well, she was her moral compass was in the right place.
Hell-bent on revenge. Hell-bent on revenge.
Well, yeah, she was hell-bent on revenge, but also to bring justice to all these other people that were wrongfully accused and stuff like that. That's what she was ultimately going for. That I think that was her ultimate goal. Like, she wanted to not only solve all these other murders that have previously been unsolved or have been misdiagnosed or mis acute, whatever the word term is. I cannot think. But also to bring justice for her family too. Like,
Clear his name,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would not only clear her dad, her mom, and her brother by proving this, it would also solve and prove all these other murders. That's what she was talking about in the beginning, and I think that would be really interesting to be able to do. And I think it's commendable. I would probably try to do that too, but that's the thing.
Set the anchor and leave.
Yeah, right. But then again, anyway, I can talk in circles around this. So
here's a bigger thing to ponder. What if she was still influenced her whole life because they had come in contact with this thing when they were kids,
right?
And it led her back to it so
After
that
a year,
it could take her out for trying to take it out,
right? I mean,
the brother didn't want to have anything to do with it. Like, he had done accepted, like, yeah, shit happened. I moved on. Like, you need to as well. But she couldn't.
Right.
She was zero focused in.
Right.
Huh. Yeah.
And I think that's how it would pull the emotions of everyone around that could be influenced at any point in time. So I don't know. I just think it's something that
it's an interesting concept. For sure.
It is.
So
but
how do you rate it?
All right, let's talk about this. I'm going to rate it. I think it was good, great. It's not the 5-star. It's not the 4.5-star. It's definitely, I would say, 3.5 to 4 stars for me. Because I did enjoy it despite having all the commercials interrupt and all that. And but I'm not sure if it's also dear to me because I have also had a reoccurring mirror nightmare that turned into a story idea that I've been like dwelling and focusing on for all this time. I even wrote about it in college, and so I don't know if it's my fondness for this story is because of that, or if it's just a genuinely good movie. So that's why I'm going to say 3.5 to 4 stars for me.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about The Shining.
Let's.
Nope. No problem there. We're already at 53 minutes. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. No. I did enjoy it. I thought it was very interesting because it brought back a theme. And I shouldn't have to summarize this for everyone because I'm sure everyone else has seen it. I've been chastised by numerous people, even people I don't even know. You haven't seen The Shining? No, I haven't. Not by my choice, by other people's choice. I just never got around to it. But I digress. I've done that a lot.
Also
tonight.
are appalled that you don't have any Grey Poupon.
Yes, for sure. But so The Shining, I had originally loved the idea that the whole thing in Stir of Echoes, when the guy looks at the boy and is just like, he's got the eyes, don't he? And I thought that was awesome how he saw that and he's like, but not you, father, though. You know, and he said, here, have him come and meet me here. I thought that was very unique idea to that movie, but then this came out much later, and so I feel like it's
earlier.
Definitely inspired by The Shining.
Yeah, I
think, but so I don't know. I could definitely see that. His little friend that talked with the first on it.
His little
Red
friend
rum.
Tony.
Red rum.
Red rum. If our kids start doing that, that's it. It's over. I'm out.
Kids can be creepy as hell too.
Oh, I know. This one was interesting.
Red rum.
And then he wrote it on the thing in lipstick.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
like you, I had not seen this movie. I've known about it. It was
that's ASL for shrimp. It is.
Oh my.
It is, but that's what the boy was doing in the movie. He would talk through Tony with his, he would move his finger like that when he was talking like Tony.
We're all going shrimp.
Shrimp, 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 shrimp.
She
Oh,
would
my God.
say that.
Okay, no, like you, I hadn't seen this movie before, but I've known about it. I've known about all the pop culture references to it, from it, because of it, all of that stuff. So
Yeah,
it was finally satisfying to watch like where that came from.
Right.
So it was. I can see why
Here's
this.
Johnny.
Yeah, I
That's
can
from
see
Johnny
why this
Carson,
one is
but
viewed for as a classic.
yeah.
It
Especially
very
the
much has
meme.
that feel.
The meme when he's just like frozen at the very end.
Right.
It's just like,
loved it.
I'm like, huh, that's interesting. But I don't know. So I've talked about, that's what I liked about the movie. I liked that the older gentleman, I forget his name, the black guy, what was his name? Whatever his name was.
Chef.
He's a chef. He was a chef.
Yeah.
And I liked the fact that he sort of pulled him off to the side and took him under his wing and was like, don't ever go into that room.
And then he did anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
know-
when things reached a fever pitch too, is when that room was opened and he went in it. That there was a turn in the whole, like, his dad, his mom, everything. Like, it just out the window went.
Yeah. Oh man. And I don't know. So I don't know. I genuinely liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you guys have to say about it?
I would love to do that. Stay in a hotel, just watch over it during the winter, and ride a tricycle throughout the house.
Big wheel. It was a big wheel.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
big wheel. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go into that room. And yeah.
So, I think I don't think I would have a problem with the isolation for the 5 months. I could probably handle it better if I was just by myself. But being stuck with the same 2 other people might wear on your nerves more than the hotel would at some point.
Yeah.
Well,
You have the entire hotel to break off to.
Well, it's not all heated, remember?
Yeah, that's fine. You'll be a little cold.
So,
Yeah.
but no, I have worked by myself for so long. Like, I don't think the isolation would bother me all that much.
Yeah.
I could go days without even saying a word sometimes, It's like, all right, well, here we are again. All right, let's go. But yeah, I think that would probably wear on a lot of people, wear them down.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think a lot of people can handle that. A lot of people can't be, without contact from other people. There's a lot of people that can't.
Mm-hmm.
I have inadvertently scared people where I work because it's a closed area and they know it's supposed to be empty. Like, for instance, 2 weekends ago, I was in one of the rooms doing the tests for the equipment that I'm supposed to do. And it's a surgical area. So I'm standing in plain view on the other side of the room from the door, and I hear somebody coming. I see the door open, and this person walks in, and they don't see me, and I'm not moving.
Oh,
I'm like, shit, what do I do? Because I don't want to scare the crap out of this person. So I just kind of cleared my throat and said, hello. And they still jumped out of their skin. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you. I just didn't want you to, like, all of a sudden look up and see me, okay?
wow.
But there are people that just can't handle it. And I see it almost every night that I end up working.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You come in really quiet, and I turn around, there you are. You do scare me.
Yeah, and I like the shoes that I have, like you can't, like I don't make a sound when I'm walking, which is why I keep my keys out so they jingle. Because if not, like I'm ninja the whole time. Like I can walk. I've walked behind somebody in the hallway before, and they forgot something and turned around, and I've scared them because I didn't even hear you walking behind me. Oh my god! Sorry, I'm just walking here.
Sure.
I'm walking there.
Yeah, exactly.
One minute I'll hear him upstairs, the next second he's down behind me. You're right. Man, how do you do it?
She's also over exaggerates too, so it's not just like, oh, you scared me. It's oh,
no, you're over exaggerating. I jump and go.
That's funny.
I digress.
Isn't there a Shining 2?
So there is a sequel.
There is a sequel.
It's actually called Dr. Sleep.
Yep.
Ah.
And I would very much be interested in seeing that.
Me too.
Eventually. Yep. I know it was on Max 2 nights ago. I could not find it last night. I searched and it is not listed. They took it off.
I disagree.
You can IMBD it or whatever it's called or Google it all you want, but I know what I know. And I went on Max last night, typed it in search, movie not found.
Okay, well, it's okay because there's another movie I want to see on there.
What are you reading?
This.
Oh.
No, I'm not sure what that is. Good night.
Okay.
We had a viewer from across the pond here.
Yeah, definitely. I recognize the name. I've seen that somewhere before. Yeah, you too.
Yep.
Good
night.
I just cannot remember where the Halcyon or Halcyon. I forget how it's pronounced, but I know I've seen that username before. I don't remember where. So I apologize. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere. And he's messaging from Twitch. So thanks for stopping by and thanks for saying hey. Good night.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Search. Doctor.
He can't let it go.
Nope.
Why was
because I was gonna watch it last night after we got home, kids went to bed and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I was gonna save it for a suggestion to watch it for the show, but my curiosity was it was too great because I figured out, oh, that's the same hotel. Holy crap, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, same
so
hotel.
I went to watch it. Nope, not there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I ended up watching Friday the 13th.
Okay. I have a
2009
suggestion.
or whatever. So what's that?
Trap. It's on Max.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting to see that. forever. So since it first released in theaters, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see this. So marked it down.
Yeah, I did notice that one was on the home screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not the one I want to see though. I want to look this other one up, and then I couldn't
Yeah.
find it. I'm like, damn it!
Let's see. IMDb. Let's see where it is at.
Well, before we get into next week's suggestions, are we going to rate this thing or not?
Didn't we? I thought we did.
No.
But okay.
No.
You're getting ahead of us here.
I know.
All right. Who wants to go?
3.5.
I'll go. What'd you say?
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It wasn't really scary, but it was interesting.
It was definitely more psychological than
Yeah.
jump scare. I was not prepared for the old woman tits and bush. That one caught me off guard.
Or the rear end.
Oh yeah, that was
The
nasty.
decaying rear end.
So I'm actually gonna go 4 on this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
can
will as well.
appreciate it from the classic kind of horror that it is.
I agree. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's actually one of Stephen King's better adaptations that's out there. So I know the book is probably better and probably gets into a lot of other things. But this is also one of those books that's like a cornerstone of the Stephen King universe, because like every book is like a little smidgen into his Dark Tower series. So like there's someone that's in the Dark Tower series that is actually in the Shining, and there's little mentions of the hotel and the things like that. So there's little bits and pieces of all of his work interweaved into the story that's the Dark Tower, which is, it's always interesting to see. So that's why I was like, okay, yeah, we're finally getting to see this. So I was excited about that. So yeah, for me, it's a 4.
So I can tell you the little bit that I know about Dr. Sleep is Ewan McGregor's in it.
Yep.
And he is the boy grown up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Cool. We need to find this.
I don't think it got rated very high, like critically, but
oh, when has that ever stopped us from watching a movie?
Yeah. Right.
Those are the ones we go after.
You say it sucks. We'll be the judge of that.
Right.
But yeah, we'll save it for another time.
Okay, so it's on Prime.
Yeah,
it's streaming on Prime.
I don't have Prime, so we'll save it. We'll put a pin in it.
Yeah, for sure.
So all right,
let's see. Let's go with Trap, and let's see what's on Tubi. Do you have any suggestions that are on Tubi?
I don't have anything like off the top of whatever, but I was going to say, if we didn't have anything already picked, do you want to refer back to the list of suggestions that we got?
We can.
I mean, if not, that's totally fine. I've got stuff saved on my list. I just have to pull it up because I don't remember everything.
There was something on here that I
know usually I try to come a little prepared, but it just didn't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. No.
Let's see. There's the Wailing, Let Me In, Train to Busan. We could always.
Now it doesn't have to be horror.
I know, but
it's just something that we've kind of
I'm
fallen
still-
into past couple
Yeah.
of months.
Yeah, I'm still kind of into the horror stuff, so
I know Pops was very adamant about The Exorcist 3, especially for the hallway scene.
Let's
Yeah.
do that one.
So, interesting little tidbit here. Speaking of hallway scenes and horror, The Shining had held the record, I believe, for most blood in a horror movie because of its hallway scene where they flooded the hallway
right.
until the movie The Cabin in the Woods came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then that one was the one that held the record. Now I don't know if it still does or not. Yeah, I can't. Tubi's not coming up for me. I'm sorry.
I'm looking movies. Well, let's see.
So you're gonna have to. I mean, is Exorcist 3 still on Tubi? Because I know when we were talking about this last week, it was, but I know Tubi just offloaded a bunch of stuff because of the new month. That one could have been on the chopping block.
Oh man, this has George C. Scott in it. Heck yeah.
What you talking about? What you talking
Exorcist
about?
3.
Oh, okay.
Well, good.
It is not on Tubi anymore. Well,
Oh.
hang on. It's on Plex, Pluto, Stars. Oh no, it does say Tubi. So let me look. Tubi.
I know. I'm desperately trying to get it pulled up. It just keeps kicking back out.
The Exorcist. Nope, that's Exorcist File. Let me try 3. No, Mummy Dearest, Ouija Exorcism.
Cool.
Let's see. The Dominion, Exorcism, Real Exorcism. Hangman.
Having the worst luck right now.
Let me in. Trinket Box.
You still have
Stigmata.
my suggestion.
What is it?
Teeth.
No thanks.
I don't even know if that one's still on there.
I don't know. I'm just messing.
You're gonna have to watch that movie on your own. I don't think
I'll
he's
watch
gonna
it, but
ever
I
watch
don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, I could do this, but I did do that. Okay, so why isn't it coming up?
Yeah, you're not sharing.
Well, I'm just. Huh. Well. Okay. Means.
I cannot get this to work.
So we have Trap and what else? I want to go with the Ouija Exorcism.
You're not here.
I'm not here?
Hang on. What?
I know The Mist is on there because it's on my list.
Okay. I want to see MGM. Jeez. Why do movies have to keep bouncing back and forth? It's so annoying.
Whale?
Okay. I'm sorry to bore everybody. I'll do this.
Well, nobody
Then-
in the chat's making any kind of suggestions either. So, do we even have any viewers at this point?
32.
Oh, really? There's 32 of you out there. Nobody's saying a word.
Give us your best movie. Let's go. First one to comment, we'll watch.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Fist of Power. Ooh, Coraline.
Let's see. No, I've watched that way too many times recently.
It's because our kids watch it. Do I ever
I
pay
know.
attention? No. The Shooter.
Yes, I do.
We should watch The Shooter.
Why won't this load? TV shows, no. Movies. Hot Tub Time Machine.
I'm having a hard time with it too.
Deadpool.
No. Midway,
So-
Honest Steve.
So, Deadpool Wolverine is coming to Disney Plus on November 12th.
Yeah.
So
That it is.
keep that in mind. I haven't got to see it yet.
Well, we'll probably watch it next week then.
If our Disney account's up. We're switching Verizon to Spectrum.
Bye, man. Oh, The Illusionist was a fun movie.
Oh, wait. Go back one. You've never seen Dark Crystal, have you?
No, and I don't want to.
Oh, why not?
Why?
It is so boring.
Okay. Here's
You
a
have
fun
seen
one.
it.
Masters of the Universe is on Tubi.
Okay. Oh, Memento.
Let's do
Who, what?
Supersize Me.
No.
That's more of like a documentary, I think.
I know.
Right.
Everybody else was suggesting.
What about Nosferatu?
Well, what is that?
Vampire movie.
Is that the old silent one, or?
Oh, sure. Now Stir of Echoes is here on.
Isn't there a second one of that?
That's hilarious.
Where are the
Horror?
movie night? Okay. New releases. Inheritance. I heard this is pretty funny. What's this about? Don't want to play. I just want to look at the thriller. Sudden death of a powerful patriarch leaves wife and daughter with a secret inheritance that could threaten to destroy their lives.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fight. Behind you.
So here's one that I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Max Reload and the Nether Blasters.
What?
Now I'm looking at it, and it looks like I'm looking at Kevin Smith and who's our savior of Star Wars?
Okay. Willy's Wonderland. This one.
Okay.
It has Nick Cage in it.
Right.
It's a drifter is tricked into a janitorial job at an amusement park where the mundane tasks become a fight for survival against demonic animatronics.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Do it.
I watched this a long time ago when it first came out, and it was someone dropped a pirated copy off of the back of a truck, and I got to watch it.
Wait.
And-
How long is a long time ago? When did this movie come out?
95.
2021.
That
Oh, how did you get it off of Pirate?
a long time ago, really?
What year is it now?
2024.
2024.
3 years ago.
Yes,
What the
20
hell?
3 years ago.
Where did you watch it?
Okay.
The hospital?
Well,
No, before
Will-
the hospital, I think.
2021.
we'll add that one. We'll what was the Trap and Willy's Wonderland? But I want you
Yeah.
to look at this other movie
All
because
right.
I've never heard of it.
Hi.
We'll make a suggestion.
Cool. I will watch that one. What is that one? Willy's Wonderland?
No. I think that came in when we were talking about Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ryan,
Willy's
Miss Pam,
Wonderland is
I
actually
don't
really
think you're
good.
gonna like all the F-bombs in it because it set some kind of record for that or something. I heard.
that's all right.
Um,
Bye, bye, bye.
No, look up. Yeah, I agree. Willy's Wonderland. We'll watch that one, but I want you to look this other one up because I'd never heard of it before. And Max Reload and the Nether Blasters.
That just sounds funny.
I know, right?
Oh man.
It-
Sounds like
it
a
says-
porno.
It says a gamer learns the hard way that a retro video game cartridge houses unthinkable evil. Together with his friends, they have to save the world. Now, what does that sound like?
A porno.
No!
That's your
There
answer
was
to
an-
everything.
There was another movie that came out with like video game stuff coming to
Wreck-It
life, and
Ralph?
they had to. Huh?
Wreck-It Ralph.
No. It had a bunch of comedians in it, and they were like
Oh.
game nerds, and they had to save the
Oh.
world.
Oh, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wow, it's not even pulling up for you. That's
Yeah.
crazy. What the hell is up with this movie?
No, see, our podcast broke Tubi.
Ugh.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh, no.
flooding.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Cops Reload. Supersized.
Oh well, we got our movies.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. It has the dude from Hero,
I don't know what that
Greg
is.
Grunberg. Oh, and Kevin Smith.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin Smith.
Whoa! All right, that tops whatever Willy Wonka.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen this movie, never heard of it. It could totally suck.
Kevin Smith.
Well,
That's
I
not
mean,
saying much.
okay. I also want to see Yoga Hosers at some point because
Yoga.
it's
Now that is a porno.
no. Look at the screen.
It's got
The
it's his
positions
daughter,
and now hoses?
It's his daughter and her.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn and her daughter's friend, and they meet with this. They meet with the dude that actually won an argument with a woman.
What?
Wears
are we
glasses.
Are we talking fictional or
No, real life.
What? What are you talking about?
My head hurts.
we're way off your rails
He
here.
wears glasses. He was a pirate. I think his name was Jack. Jack Sparrow.
Does not wear
What?
glasses.
Who is Jack Sparrow?
Johnny Depp.
No, don't tell
Johnny
me.
Depp.
No.
Johnny Depp wears sunglasses all the time.
I wanted to drag
Come
that
on.
out. Why'd you tell him?
Because he's getting frustrated. I know when to stop him.
Oh God!
So anyway, he plays an inspector.
You lost me. I saw Evil Bong on there, so
Evil Bong? No, that is. No.
Okay, so it has Lily Rose Depp, Harley Quinn Smith, and Adam Brody, Johnny Depp, Austin Butler, and Justin Long. Yeah, so this is a movie that I wanted to see for a long time. It's basically Clerks in Canada.
Ooh.
But anyway. Mom says, I get enough F-bombs listening to you boys some nights. Yeah, well, sometimes we get worked up.
This ain't nothing compared to Deadpool Wolverine.
This is true.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right. So Willy Wonka's and
No.
It's not Willy Wonka, it's Willy's Wonderland.
That's it. That's the one.
Willy's Wonderland and Trap.
Yes.
Okay. We're set.
We're set. Write it down.
All right. Locked in. I see it in the chat now.
Locked in.
Final answer?
Yes.
You win $1 million.
Woohoo!
Right.
Stop sharing. All right. Now, I don't think Pumira will be back next week.
Or the week after.
So it'll just be you, me, and...
the movies.
Huh?
But you can still enjoy the movies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going to go watch one now.
Yep. All right. We've been an hour and a half. And 29 viewers. Thank you for viewing. Wherever you're at, subscribe, like, ring a bell, whatever you have that you at your disposal, do it. You can also, in our description, there's a link to our link tree. Go subscribe to us everywhere. That way you'll be notified. I'm most active on Instagram at Masters of the Thunder Nerds. Zombies at zombie13.customs. And Pumira is just Pumira.
I'm a nobody.
Well, you're somebody, but we leave you out on purpose, so that way you can't track our kids. So, not that anyone wants to, but regardless, someone.
I mean, I get it.
I use Instagram anyway.
I use an alias because my place of employment's got no fucking business telling me what I can and can't say.
Right, exactly. So,
like,
but
no,
anyway,
he didn't say that. Zombie said that. That's two
Clearly.
different people. Two different people.
After work, Zombie comes out.
What is the name on the application? Because that's not Zombie.
You're right.
All right,
baby.
Yeah, that's right. Dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dodge.
Oh, right.
Anywho. Until next time, anyone else have any last words? Anything to say?
It has definitely been ADHD theater.
Oh, yeah. With a headache. I have a headache.
Well, those are our thoughts about Shining and Oculus. And until next time, Thunder Nerds ho!
Bye.
City magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are done.